It doesn't matter who you're a fan of in college. I may be an Ohio State guy, but that doesn't change the fact that CJ Stroud may be having one of the most impressive rookie seasons that we've seen out of a quarterback in recent memory. But before we get to that, guys, wagertalk.com has some of the best deals that we've seen in recent memory going on right now, too. I mean, you can use coupon code ALL30 and save $50 off any 30-day pass from your favorite cappers over at wagertalk.com, whether that be locking them up for your favorite sport for the next 30 days or locking them up for an all-access, all-sport pass. You can use coupon code ALL30 to save $50 off on those packages for myself or any of your other favorite handicappers over at the site. But back to CJ Stroud here. I mean, we've seen back-to-back game-winning drives versus Tampa and at Cincinnati. He's second in the NFL with over 2,600 passing yards. He's third in yards per attempt, number one in interception percentage. He's only thrown 2 interceptions on the season, and he's averaging almost 9 yards per pass attempt. So that's not even on completion, but he's not throwing these quick checkdowns here or little screens and crossing routes. He's airing the ball out, and he's doing it efficiently and getting the job done. But there are a couple injuries to keep an eye on for this game this weekend. I mean, a big chunk of Arizona's offensive line is still listed on the injury report. And for Houston, I mean, Nico Collins, Henry Tuodo, the rookie linebacker who's leading the team in tackles, and safety Jimmy Ward are still listed on there. So definitely something to keep an eye on as we move forward. But don't look now, this Houston team is 5-2 straight up and against the spread in the last 7 games, and they're closing in quickly on Jacksonville. Now, you look at these two teams, Houston and Arizona, they've definitely gotten it done in two different ways. I mean, Houston, number 2 in passing yards per game, putting up almost 275 yards through the air. And Arizona, actually a top 10 rushing attack on the season, coming in number 7, putting up over 130 yards per game on the ground. But interestingly enough, these defenses match up almost identically. Houston has been the better rush defense team, which isn't exactly what Arizona wants to see coming into this, I'm sure. But Houston's allowing under 95 yards per game on the ground, and Arizona actually ranks 11th in passing yards per game allowed, holding opponents under 210 yards. But this Arizona team has now lost 8 straight games on the road, and they're just 2-6 against the spread in those games. They've lost by over 2 touchdowns on average, and that goes back to week 15 of last year. They've now failed to cover 4 straight. I mean, in those last 2 seasons, they're 0-6 against the spread versus teams with a winning record on the road, and they've been dominated in those games. It hasn't even been close. They've been losing by 19.5 points per game on average. Although the interesting look here, how about James Conner and Kyler Murray wearing an Arizona jersey in a game? They're 1-0 this season. I don't think that that's going to continue, in my opinion, but they saw a glimmer of hope getting their 2 names back last week after both of them dealt with extended injuries. Obviously, Kyler Murray playing his first game of the season, but I can't question what CJ Stroud and this offense has been able to do here. While I would be leaning with Houston, I think the best look here is to take a look at this total. I'd be looking up and over here. I think Houston continues to dominate in their offensive ways that we've seen in the last couple of weeks, led by CJ Stroud. But I do think that Kyler Murray-James Conner reuniting in Arizona after their injuries has added a little spark to this offense here. So I do think we're going to see some points in this game. Like I said, would be leaning with Houston. But I think the total, the over, is the way that you got to be looking. And if you guys do like the content that we got here, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, get notifications and updates on all the videos that we have posted throughout the season. But make sure you check out the videos on the screen too for the upcoming games this weekend. Good luck, guys.